Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. I hope you're ready for your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. Not too long ago, I uploaded an episode called 7 Victims of Michael Jordan, and you guys seem to like that episode, so I thought, okay, let me give you another one, but this time with Shaquille O'Neal, so 7 Victims of Shaquille O'Neal. But before we start, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. Alright, enough said. Now let's dive right into today's episode. So, how do we start? I think since we're talking about a Los Angeles Laker, let's start with another Laker. The first player on Shaquille O'Neal's victim list was Vlade divac. Now, Vlade was a solid big in the 1990s and early 2000s, with a different playing style than most bigs in the NBA. No matter if he played for the Los Angeles Lakers, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Sacramento Kings, Vlade's path would always cross Shaq's. And every time that day had arrived, it seemed like Shaq had a battle going on in his mind, and Vlade was the one who had to suffer because of that. If we take a look at the numbers, you will see that this was a one-sided battle, and Vlade, who was a tough matchup for almost every other big in the league, did not stand a chance against Shaq.
The Lakers are turning up the defensive pressure here down the stretch. Sacramento suddenly having trouble scoring.
Not Shaquille O'Neal, though, as he had possession of Ronnie Coleman.
Shaq, is there a player in our era that you played against where Jokic's game is similar to someone you faced with that size?
Vlade divac. No, Vlade was terrible. Okay.
Come on, man.
Vlade was terrible.
Vlade said if we don't have home court advantage, we won't win.
What?
Vlade, are you stupid? I'll tell you time again. You need to go when they know your names.
And the second player on Shaquille O'Neal's hit list was Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo was one of the best defensive players ever and took pride in guarding the best bigs in the league and giving them a hard time. But against Shaquille O'Neal, Mutombo was simply outmatched. No matter if it was in the NBA Finals between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers or any other season, Mutombo was not able to contain Shaq. Dikembe was a very strong player, but Shaq was able to move him around at will, which just proves how powerful the Diesel really was.
Coming into tonight.
Shaq missed it, got it back and threw it down, and he waves it.
Drilled a three-pointer, go in low to Shaq to Mutombo. Shaq backing in. He turns underneath, slam dunk. Oh man, is that a beautiful picture?
Apparently there was audio difficulty with that report from Jim Gray. No difficulty on the part of Shaquille O'Neal.
And the next player on my list, or let's say Shaquille O'Neal's list, was Ronnie Coleman. Former NBA player Ronnie Coleman, now turned music producer DJ, was active for the Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic, and the Golden State Warriors. He had a solid NBA career, but what I'm about to tell you right now isn't information that I have from some of Ronnie's former teammates. He hated to play against Shaquille O'Neal and didn't want to take the pain anymore, which is why he called in sick when his team was playing against Shaq's team. At the end, he would only play 11 times against Shaquille O'Neal in 7 entire years. Question is, can you blame him? Look at the numbers. Shaq would destroy Ronnie in almost every single game and would have his own dunk festival. Funny thing though is, Shaq copied Ronnie with his dunking. He saw Ronnie pulling up his legs when he dunked, Shaq liked it and copied it. Pretty interesting, right?
Points for Ronnie Coleman, who said before the game tonight he doesn't care if Shaquille comes out and scores 50 points. As long as the Heat win, that's what he wants. Anderson spins, fires, off the glass, won't go. O'Neal's tap is good.
The next player that I want to talk about is Chris Dudley, a solid role player who had a pretty decent NBA career. He was a great rebounder and played many years in the NBA. But why did he make the list? Because most fans remember him for one single play.
Destabilized it at times. Here's Shaq. against Dudley. Nice.
Shaquille O'Neal was so powerful on that move that Dudley could not even foul him. He just got overpowered by Shaquille O'Neal.
From Chris Dudley to a true NBA legend, David Robinson. Just like Hakeem Olajuwon was a lot of trouble for Shaq, Shaq was a lot of trouble for David Robinson. While the Admiral was Shaq's hero when he was still a young boy, everything changed when Shaq entered the NBA. Shaquille O'Neal wanted to destroy Robinson, which he did in many games. He even told a made-up story that Robinson did not want to sign an autograph when Shaq was a kid. All this just to motivate Shaq to hate Robinson on the court. And at the end, it paid off. One look at the numbers and you can see that this was an uneven matchup, despite the fact that David Robinson was one of the best bigs of all time. Shaq dominated him in almost every single category and had some of the most incredible dunks on the Admiral.
This is Shaq against Robinson. Drive, stop, slam, dunk. Wow.
Well, he just made David Robinson a poster child as he won points. He was dominating in the middle. They tried David on him. They tried Tim Duncan, Will Perdue. It didn't matter. The big guy was just going to work. And I mean, he did a job working over David.
On the line, definitely. Inbound to Shaq. Shaq's coming underneath. He's strong. He slam dunks. Basket counts. Woo! You the sideline. Watch this.
David has a point here. He gets abused a little bit. He goes up. Shaq just dunks the ball.
Crossover and lost it. Hill delivering to. Oh! And the foul!
Even Shaq, look. Even Shaq talking to the crowd. He knew that. Look at the East bench.
What I found interesting about it, though, is he had this story that you snubbed him for an autograph when
he'll
he
tell
was
you
young.
to this day he was lying.
Yeah, he
about
said he was lying. How strange is that to make up that story?
Well, you know Shaq. I mean, he's a showman.
And the last victim or victims on this list is A, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and B, the entire Los Angeles Clippers team. But I think Shaq can tell the story even better. Come on, big fella.
On this day, I broke all my rituals. My ritual consisted of, after shoot around, go home, eat 2 turkey club sandwiches with extra mayo and a Diet Coke. Take about a 3 to 4 hour nap. No, seriously.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
2 turkey clubs,
looking at Charles.
Diet Coke, take a nap, go play, go dominate. And you know, Clippers, we always manhandled and beat them. So that day I said, you know what, since I got a party tonight, I'm going to let Rick Fox and Kobe and those guys take over.
He's under the bench. He puts it up, finger rolls it in. You don't see him finger roll it very often. Bryson low to Shaq. Backing in. He got one shot. Nice pass under the Harper.
Something else that I almost forgot to mention that kind of ticked me off. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was, I guess he was a special assistant coach. So I got the ball one time and I, shot like a little sky hook, just to pay homage to him. And he did me like this, Ernie. He put his head down. So now I'm super pissed.
About a birthday race.
Stick. He beat everybody down the floor. That's 7'1", 320 pounds stretching out and saying, catch me if you can. And a bad foul that time by Pete Chilcutt.
Shaw does it as well, maybe better than anyone. Rim high pass. Pass under to Shaq and Shaq scores on the assist from Fox. Shaq now has 46 points. Oh, he bounced under to Shaq. He's there. He's got it. He needs 6 points.
Well, you can tell all of the Laker players are trying to get it.
A heck of a pass by Robert Owen. Dorado with 9:51 to play for a long lead to Shaq. He's got it. He's getting it up and put it in. Shaq has got 52.
Every time I touch the ball, he put his head down. So I took it as a sign of disrespect.
His long pass. Slam dunk. Standing ovation. Beautiful play. Slam dunk. 54 points. Career high for the MVP of the year.
I take him out now.
Of course you're taking him out. Take him out. Let him stand. His birthday on top of it. Under the basket to score. Again, foul.
Alright, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.